My name's Mike Miner. I'm a producer at The Agenda with Steve Paikin. I was born in Sudbury, lived there for 19 years, and I moved to Ottawa to go to university, and I finally wound up in Toronto in 2000, and I've been there ever since. I left Sudbury to study journalism at Carleton University. There was no doubt that I was going to leave Sudbury to go to school. A lot of my friends ended up going to Laurentian in Sudbury, but for me, I just hadn't had the chance to travel or be away from home at any point, and I wanted to see the world, and I guess I thought that Ottawa was a good enough stand-in for the world. Growing up in Sudbury, I kind of remember that there were times where you really had to work hard to come up with stuff to do. We spent a lot of time organizing, like making sure that there were enough people to play road hockey. We had a list of 50 people in the summer that we'd go through. We'd start in the morning and we'd call through until we had 18 people to play baseball, or, just trying to find people we knew who had backyard pools. It wasn't like, living in a city and having a job where it's just crack open the wallet and pay to do something or walk up the street and find a restaurant. You're a kid, you didn't have any money, and you're in a smaller city, and there wasn't just that kind of infrastructure or wealth of activities to keep you entertained, so we worked hard at it. The qualities of Northern Ontarians that I'd like to see more in Toronto, well, it's hard to say. I mean, it would be easy to stereotype and say, oh, they're so laid back or they're so much friendlier, but to be honest, I don't really find that big a difference between Northern Ontarians and Southern Ontarians. The culture is a little bit slower paced, but I mean, you could probably say the same about any small city, no matter how far north or south it is. I do miss the Finnish culture a lot. They are really distinct and fun people. They make great cabins. I probably miss the big-hearted generosity that's fairly common, where you get invited over to a neighbor's house for dinner all the time, or people see you in your yard on their way to the cabin and they'll just say, hop in the truck, let's go up to the cabin. I'm not sure that it's because Torontonians aren't as friendly that they don't do that, or just because they don't have cabins. I think the biggest misconception that people in Northern Ontario have about the South is that they're not friendly, and that would probably be closely followed by the idea that they're rich. The number of times I've been accused of making the big money when I go back home. I should just, I'd love to just fire up my bank account and turn the computer around and say, see, we're just like you. Probably even a little worse off with the rents.